Hey guys, I've had a few questions about how grades will work for the second semester. So I'm going to try to give a better explanation here. So what I've done in the gradebook is taken all the grades from quarter 4 and weighted them as 0. And what this means is that when you look in the gradebook, what you actually see is your quarter 3 grade. So that's stuff that we covered during quarter 3 while we were in school, things about exponential functions and things about polynomials. And that would also include the retakes of those tests, even if you've taken them after spring break from home. So your grade for the final semester will be mostly based off of that grade from the third quarter material, the stuff you see in student view, the stuff you learned at school, hopefully. What can happen from there are 3 things. If you do just a little bit of the work, your grade will drop 1 letter grade. If you do a medium amount of work, your grade will stay the same as it is right now. And if you do most of the work, your grade could come up a letter grade. So as a quick example, let's say you look in the grade book and you've got, I don't know, like a 65, which you probably know is a D. So if you only did a little bit of the work, that D would drop to an F. If you did a medium amount of the work, maybe like, I don't know, half of it, you get to keep your D from the third quarter. Congratulations. And if you go in and you do most of the work, then that D would bump up 1 letter grade to a C. So hopefully that clears that part up a little bit. So when you look in student view, the average that you see is the average of just your grades from the third quarter. And the fourth quarter grades are in there just for you and I to be able to keep up with how much of the fourth quarter stuff you've done. When I put those grades in, they don't actually change the average that shows. And I will go in and do this at the end of the semester, just one person at a time, decide, did you do a little bit of work, a medium amount of work, or most of the work? Now, one more thing I want to clear up is what I mean by work. So work doesn't just mean turning in blank assignments and saying, hey, look, I turned in assignments. What I want to see on those assignments is effort. So what I mean by work is you showing evidence that you've put some effort into those problems. So for example, let's say you took a quiz and you just clicked through it and missed all the problems. So you made like a 10 out of 100, a 10%. That doesn't look like much effort to me. So even though you did that assignment, I might not say, well, you worked hard on that assignment. Another example on a graph talk. Let's say there's a question on a graph talk that says, what questions do you have about this graph? If you answer that with, I don't have any questions about this graph, well, you didn't really answer that question. You didn't really put out effort on that question. The point of that question is to try to get you to think about the graph, to ask questions. You need to ask a question. That's the point. So again, just because you turn something in doesn't mean I saw effort in it, put out effort. So one more thing that I want to talk about. There are 2 optional assignments that I've posted. So one of them is to help you, well, they're both to help you get ready for geometry next year. So if you're one of these people who wants to turn in most of the work, I would suggest that you go in and do at least some of those assignments, some parts of those assignments, just to make sure that I know you've been working hard, you've been putting out effort, and you'll know that you are ready for geometry if you work through those assignments. And one of the assignments, the one about exponential equations, can actually let you bring this grade right here up. So the one that says, it says something about topic 6 or exponential functions. That one can actually change this grade right here and bring it up because that's something we talked about during the third quarter. So if you want to bring this starting grade up and redo some of the third quarter material, then start with that exponential equations, the exponential functions assignment. Work through that, send that stuff to me, and I'll be willing to raise this grade a little bit before I choose which path to put you on from there. So if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm just a quick email away, whether that's questions about this or about individual assignments. You can email me, you can video chat with me, you can ask me questions on Google Classroom. There are lots of ways for you to get in touch with me and to get whatever help you need. Have a good day.